on the left-hand side, there's a little column of different tokens. So there's the arrow button where you can click on different things. You can turn that into a hand, so you can move your screen around and kind of pan around. And then the other big thing is looks like a D20 dice on there, and you can hover over that, and it'll drop down with a menu of any kind of dice you have.
Okay.
And so you can do like up to 5 rolls of one kind of dice.
Okay.
So like right now, if you just click on the label that says D20, you just roll one D20. All right. So we're all, yep. So you're all rolling real good. Elliot, what'd you get? You got 19?
19. Yeah.
Yeah, of course the goody good comes out like blazing.
And Perforos got an 8.
I know, it's crazy. I worked really hard today. I was like really intense, you know.
And then Thassa.
Let's see.
Okay. Roll?
What's that?
Do I need to roll?
You did. You did like 3-4 times, so you're good. So then on your right-hand side, then you'll see a bunch of different tokens at the top. I don't know exactly what you see, but if you see the bubbles, looks like 2 talking bubbles on the top right of your screen. That will show you the chat and all the roles that take place. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So so you can see that it says Thassa, and then a D20, and you got a 2, and then a 2, and then a 9, and then a 7. Yeah. So
Welcome to Roll20.
Yep.
welcome to Roll.
Good rolls.
The rolls don't get much better than that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to work.
Supposed to.
Cool. So we also have Apostle here. So we have all ye gods
Hail
here. Yeah, hail Apostle. No, you can't draw that. I'm going to try to put you guys in order, but my screen's getting filled up with all the things. All right. So as I put you in order, today's different. So we had a switch of people a bit, and some new gods playing. Yeah. It's a whole new world up here in Nyx.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Oh my god. We're all just like watching Thomas draw.
Oh, sorry. I can stop.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
I was going to give Phoenix big buff arms.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what I was doing. I gave Perforos' token a big old meaty hammer hand.
So let me just go over kind of the change in crew a bit. Amber stepped away from her god, which is totally fine if she wants to do that. Playing the normal kind of campaign is definitely more up her alley, and so we want to respect that. But she is more than welcome to watch and hang out and do whatever, as always. And we have Nicaea. Welcome, Nicaea. Hopefully your test went well. I was talking to them a couple days ago and had some crazy ass psychological test. Like
what?
An endurance test. It was weird. Anyway,
a psychological endurance test? Isn't that
Yeah.
just called last year?
Right after the last year, I think we all like either fail or pass that, whichever way you look at it.
I rolled a 2.
Anyway, so and then we have Tanya, who is playing Thassa, the god of the polis, aka the city. So welcome, Thassa.
No, Amy.
That's,
Thassa's God of the Sea.
God of the sea.
Or God of the Sea. I'm sorry. You're right. God of the Sea. I was like, man, there's so many gods. Even I get confused.
That's the hard part.
So Thassa, the God of the
Fucking
Sea.
tell me about it.
Amy is switching from Nilia, the god of the hunt and nature, to Ephera, the god of the polis, aka the city. There we go. So welcome. And again, if anyone else ever wants to change their god, there's no change. So with Kara Mitra, she'll go back into the pile of gods that I play as well. And if Amber ever wants to come back, Kara Mitra is always waiting for her. So.
Or anything.
Or anything else. Well, almost anything else within reason.
Well,
There's a few that are locked, you might say. You haven't unlocked that character yet.
Jesus.
Jesus, the one and true God.
Fucking DLC.
Yeah, it's the DLC.
I like that you put their description
There you go.
on the tokens. It helps.
Who's that made
Yeah.
up god in the middle there?
No, we have
Jesus.
we have to be respectful for everyone.
I
Everyone.
kid.
Absolutely everyone.
Yes. Okay,
Except
so
for
last
you.
time we all played as gods, which is about a month ago, which is about appropriate every 3 to 4 weeks or so. You all did some wild stuff. Perforos, you met Theone, who is trying to build a giant float. Let's see, what else happened? There was some shenanigans with Aroas and Mogus, of course,
Always.
As always.
as always. And let's see what else. I'm sure other people have better notes than I do. But, you know, it's the gods. They're up to shenanigans. If you remember what your character does, that's great.
It's like a soap opera.
It is like a soap opera. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Perforos also was going around asking the gods if he could create some new divine magical thing for them.
I
And
need something. What did I make?
Erebos came out from the underworld asking if Perforos could make some bars, some magical bars to stop the return from actually returning. So there it is.
And then I think I made an offer to Fenax to put a back door in there.
I
Is
don't
that-
remember that, but if you did, yes, please.
I don't remember that either.
I'm pretty sure that was my plan. Anyway, I'll come. If it comes to that, I'll do that next.
Yeah.
Well, yes, please.
And Karanos chewed out Aroas for trying to meddle with the other champions that you all play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kick him in the. kick him in
Dasa, don't worry. I'm confused as you are.
Me too.
Yeah. So we're going to start at the top of the
Wait,
order,
wait,
which is the most appropriate, is to start with Heliod at the top. And again, most of the game is role play. If it starts getting slow, or to make sure that people have their quote-unquote turn, we'll do a random event. Otherwise, role play is the name of the game. So feel free to jump in on any conversation, even if it's not your turn.
Oh yeah. Right. God, I don't even know where to start. So, what was the meeting that we had the last time? Just kind of, I know you went over it, but I was distracted by something going on outside.
Uh-oh. More cops? Is there someone...
No, it was just a motorcyclist.
Oh, okay. So last time there was a lot of discussion around favors. I think Karamitra was trying to get a favor from you all.
Yeah.
And then there was some, taking more sides of Mogus and Farika and Phoenix trying to create more chaos in the world. And Heliod was trying to, and Eros were trying to slow things down a bit.
Yeah, that's right.
We're trying to build an alliance almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to start with my bros, Karamitra and Erois.
Sure.
And who else was part of that little crew? I can't remember.
I mean, that's about
pretty
it. I
well
think, sorry, what was that?
I said I think that was pretty well it.
Yeah, I thought there was one other.
Thassa was talking to you all, and you were trying to get Thassa to join.
Oh yeah.
Let's invite Thassa to our group.
All right, let's invite
I want to
Thassa.
move Thassa over just for you there and kind of make a little group up over here.
All right. So listen, I know it's been a while, but I'm kind of bummed out about all this stuff going on with that thing that was going on in the sea and the champions. I don't know what it was or whatever they were. That ship, where they went to the Dakra Islands and such. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Like, I think we need to get this all under control because I'm not real happy. What?
Maybe we should update Thassa on what our plan is or what happened.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead if you want.
Okay. So Thassa, welcome. Just want to say hi. We haven't talked in a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah, I just want to I am the god of victory, and I am all for good. even if just as long as it's for the good. If we can do things for the good of the human race, that's my goal, and help them win in whatever victories or battles they have, in whatever means we can do to help them. So what happened recently is there is a group of kind of champions down on the planet or on the land that have discovered the secret of the gods, like our existence and our beings and what makes us who we are. And we want to protect them. I want to protect them. But there is a group of gods that want to destroy them because their knowledge of what creates us is so powerful it could potentially destroy us. But I think it's more powerful that they can know this as a means of creating and making us more stronger.
Yeah, that was a good summation, Rose. I really like that.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at, and we kind of want you to kind of be on our side for the good and for, protecting these wonderful gods. I mean, not gods, but these wonderful beings on the earth. We could use your power for sure.
I'm not so fond of humans, but I can see
One of them is a Nyxborn from the sea.
why they. But at the same time, humans always need to believe in something.
Yes.
Well, right. You know,
And they're sad, and they always need to believe in something more.
well,
No matter
they're
what we
pretty-
do, and they're always going to look up at the sky and believe in something more, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but even if they did, it's our duty as gods to protect them, right? They're our little bros, really, if you want to think about it that way.
They're little bros.
That's adorable.
They're
They
like,
build temples to us.
I understand your sentiment, brother, but
yeah,
The mortals need to have our compassion.
yeah.
Who are you speaking as?
Karamitra.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
And they must be nurtured. And they are often waywardly lost in the fields, and I can't help but think that the other gods should be leveraged and discussed. I do not have enough information to align with the two of you over what?
Well, basically, what it comes down to is, I think, all our bros are giving our little bros not enough credit. Like, this is what I think the crux is, right? So, what I'm worried about is that if the mortals stop worshiping us, or whatever, then we lose our power, right? So it's all one big symbiotic kind of thing. We're all just bros in the grand scheme of things. Sorry.
We're all part of the great oneness of bros, bro.
The brodom.
I couldn't not break character. I'm
The
sorry.
8 noble bros.
We're all
Yeah.
intertwined together in this weave.
Yeah,
It's like a web
and
of
so
existence.
I mean, think
Unseen
about
path.
it, Karamitra. Like, if it weren't for the humans and the mortals, right? Like, what would become of your fields? They become overgrown and infertile, and or just it wouldn't be good, right?
But this is the state of things. If this has always been and always will be, if we are constantly afraid and undermine our own place of privilege and are fiending for and fiending for these mortals' love in ways that will only benefit us, what will that do? We will just
No, it's not just for us. It's like symbiotic, right? So we give back to them, we protect them, and then they in turn worship us and make us all, pretty swell.
Why, hello! I cannot help but hear you talk about the humans and how much they can give back and build these civilizations. Heliod, my friend, I think we are always on the same page.
Yes, I'd agree, Afara.
Oh, I'm so glad you're with us.
Me too.
I did not hear everything going on. I've been out and about trying to protect the cities. But I heard enough to know I won't align.
Yeah, that's so basically. Well, did you hear about the ship that went to the Dakras into
I
the island of
ship.
what's it
I
called?
love this joke. I love this joke.
There were 3 ships that went to the Dakras. A rabbi. Oh wait. Sorry.
Oh, I don't
Cleric,
love this one.
a paladin, and a monk.
Exactly.
Walk into a bar.
Excuse me, a bard. Sorry. Bards are
Welcome
funny.
to a bard.
So is your two proposals to what? Do what with these champions?
Well, one. I think we need to protect them and kind of. I mean, not like they can find their own way, but we definitely should like encourage them basically to find their piety, and to worship us more. And more what I'm worried about is I've seen there's like some dissent among the gods, and that's really like chafing my hide. It's just not big on that. So,
Is that not the way of things?
no,
It's
but
my
this
brother.
is serious.
It's my brother more than anything else.
Yeah,
I mean, Mogus is kind of a dick, yes.
Gosh, Mogus.
I
is-
I
agree.
mean, when you worship destruction, or when you're, the god of destruction, yeah. But anyway, so I just think we need to come together, particularly now that we have been found out, as it were, and try to get along better and try to work together on, our champions and immortals and such.
Eventually, I will just have to do something because I can't just stand back and let us get defeated.
Well, yeah, I mean that would be really
Defeat is not in my vocabulary.
Why?
I mean, you just said it. I mean, you literally just said it, Roas.
It's not a belief of mine.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
It's not in my creed.
You
better
have 4
stated.
feet.
And,
Carry Honestly.
Elliot, I want you to roll a d20.
oh, here we go. All right.
Mogus says, I heard that.
17.
Okay. Let me see real quick.
You
Only I could roll like this in the normal game.
you've got free parking.
So, as you all are talking, you, in the back of your mind, you hear a little echo of a soul that is outreaching you. In
Scaramouche?
fact, what's that?
Just
Scaramouche, yeah,
Scaramouche.
exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this woman is sitting in one of your temples and is worshiping you, and she says, "Hail the Grand Heliod, please take my offering. With this offering, I pray to you that you will help me complete the task of my upcoming betrothal and to this horrible, disgusting man, and give me the strength to consummate that relationship. And with that, I will pray to you and give you more offerings, but I pray for your strength and your light in this most dark of hours."
Oh no. This chick is totally not into that guy. This is not good.
That's okay. She just needs a makeover.
We're gonna go give her a Brolion makeover.
Maybe the guy needs it. He'd take his glasses away and let his hair down.
Trim up his beard.
Okay, so
Get him to
So I
read
got-
one book at least.
so I'm going to have the sun burst into the temple,
Okay.
just like a big bright light, just for a moment or for a few minutes,
Okay.
and then
Let me see how she reacts real quick. So she sees the light and she's like, I see your divine light. I'm not really quite sure what I can do with that, but thank you.
It's just a sign that means I'm on it. I like whisper this into her ears.
Okay.
She thinks it's a
And she's
priest
like,
or something behind her.
okay, I will give her advantage then on that. Yeah, she's like, thank you, grand, most god of gods, the great light Heliod. Thank you so much. And she puts down her offerings of butchered meat and walks away.
Okay, and then can I do anything beyond that, or is it just me like giving her a sign? I assume that you can do more than just an omen.
Yeah, you can. You're a god. You can do whatever you want.
All right, so I'm gonna presume that there's like a theater that has a famous play called Dr. Philippus, and I'm gonna have them show up on it, and then they're gonna like work it out. Is the idea?
Okay, and so what you see is that this like hundreds of people show up to this play, and it's mostly women of a certain age with like kind of shoulder length hair, blonde, and they look like they're just about ready to lose their shit, but they're all there. They don't really have anything else to do, and this Dr. Philippus comes in and starts talking about these two in front of everybody and their upcoming nuptials. And you see the woman that you gave the sign to, and then you see this man who is grotesque. I mean,
is this Dr. Philippus or her betrothed?
Her betrothed.
Yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes. But her betrothed. I mean, it's this large man, super egotistical, like this oddly orange skin and like a fake toupee. And Dr. Philippus actually does a horrible job convincing anyone that this is the right choice, but eventually she does consummate the relationship in disdain. Mostly just disconnects from her body, but that's what happens.
Right there on Dr. Philippus? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
They are
Theros.
intense. This is a satyr play. It's one that Dianomenos wrote, I think.
He's sick.
Why do you think the audience is so big for the show? Come on.
God, I feel like I'm gonna have like a snake sneak in and bite.
Well, you gotta talk to Farike about that one, or Nilia.
I'll go talk to Farike and I'll just be like, hey, this Dr. Philippus kind of sucked. I thought he was like decent, but I've only heard about him, so you might just send in a little snake and giving Trumpicus or whatever his name is a little stingy sting. You know
This one perhaps I will do for free.
Can I help?
Yeah, Phoenix is like, I can turn into an asp. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Finally, a way to unify the gods.
Yep.
Yeah, so Erois, it is your turn. What you see is Heliod kind of, do his god thing, kind of just remove himself from the conversation for a quick minute, and then come back and say, "What the hell did I just do?" and go taking off towards Farike and Phoenix. What do you want to do?
Me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm going to.
And you guys can continue the conversation that you were having as well.
Yeah, I just want to say to Thassa that there are great civilizations, even in the sea, that need to be protected.
Mm-hmm.
So there's wonderful Triton people. They live underwater and they worship us. They're just as important, and we need to protect them too. So that's just one more thing you might want to think about to join our cause.
Yeah. If I'm with them.
And the sea is huge. There's lots of sea.
And what is game to your cause?
What is gain?
What is the end game?
Oh, just a sense of peace between us and humans. Or, yeah.
I
Whatever.
mean, we all just kind of want victory, right? For us. We want to win. Winning is everything.
So just keep that in mind. I don't want to pressure you. I just know that you will benefit from this more than unbenefit.
But what is winning? What does that even mean?
I always
Victory.
defined it as Charlie Sheen, but
It's better than losing. It means
Comes
it
from
means
tiger blood.
prosperity.
Tiger blood.
It could lead to prosperity and growth.
hmm I mean, really, at the end of the day, it means asses and temples, really. And that's what
Yeah.
we all need.
But I mean, winning against non-believers, iconoclasts, winning against each other. I mean, isn't that an escalation of this tit for tat that we have?
No. No. I mean, it's kind of harmony, really. We want harmony amongst the mortals, and then the more harmony they have, the more fruitful they are, and making little worshippers.
Yeah, I want them to worship us and love us instead of fear us.
Yeah.
And yet, Thassa, I mean, I mean, the world changes. That's all the world does is change, and people fear change. People will strive to protect what they know and then strive to change things further.
And the world is always being reshaped and changed by my waves.
It's true.
What about the Tritons, though? I mean, will somebody think of the Tritons?
The Tritons are the future. I hope you know.
The thing is,
Remember the Triton?
destruction is the end of change. Life and victory is the beginning of change.
Yeah.
So we're actually promoting change and growth, and we're not trying to destroy it in any ways.
Let me change it a little bit. Let me try to pass that. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do we have to say to get you into an alliance here today?
Yeah. What will put you in an alliance today?
Shifting and changing like the tides. And
What was that? Sorry.
I don't like any constant shifting.
You don't like constancy? Well, we're trying to change it so that we augment our worshiping base and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to change it so that things are more peaceful, that we can settle the wars and all these like strifes and all that kind of stuff. What about you, Karamitra? Karamitra?
Karamitra, what do you think?
That's you.
That's it.
I don't know, Karamitra.
Oh, Karamitra, sorry. I'm like, I thought I was saying like a Farah. I am so like confused on the words and stuff.
They're pretty
Come on, Andy. You've
This
only
is
got
why-
9 characters to keep track of right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Come on.
seriously. I was like taking notes on what Helia just did, and then you guys are like, "Hey, you DM, what do you want to do?" Oh, I don't know. Shit, that's somebody else. I'm not the
They're
DM.
really similar. Those two are really similar.
It used to be another person, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
I'm like, I don't know, Karamitra. This is not my responsibility. So, Karamitra says that what I want is to know more about your concerns. I mean, we have seen this happen before. We have entire races of people that don't believe in us or think that we are worth no more than the sand beneath their feet. And we still thrive, do we not?
Yeah, but we could always do better, right? I mean, what do you want, though? I know what you don't care about, but like, what
I
do
want
you
to nurture the peoples of Theros. And through that nurturing, I feel that they will worship us and they will think us. And otherwise, I think what will be will be. The sun will always rise and always set, and the spring will always arrive.
Yeah,
But cities will crumble. We have to
And
do
they
something.
will be reborn.
But we need to just make them better where they're at. We need to strive to bring their civilization up.
But you cannot just pave over fields over and over to the point that
Well, yes, you can actually.
and then there will be no fields, and then the cities will die in starvation, which will create new fields, which will create new cities, which will destroy the old fields, which will destroy the old cities. It is a cycle.
It is a cycle. And if you would just embrace the paving of the fields, and then we'll build some other fields, we need the food. If you could find a way to better embrace the cities, I feel like we'd be better aligned.
Yeah. I mean, you two should,
Just think about it. I just have a strong feeling that these special group of champions are going to play a big role in our survival. And we want them on our side.
Yeah.
Opposed to whom else?
Opposed to them being against us.
Opposed to.
I mean, you mentioned the iconoclasts. They could all become iconoclasts, and then we would lose, what we are. We all know how we're really made.
Yes, and it's my understanding that there is an iconoclast amongst them. Should we just kill her?
No. I think, it's better to lure a fly with honey than vinegar, right? That's the thing.
True. So what should we do then? I mean, Kuranos, I fear that you will bring upon a storm that you both cannot quite handle.
What do you mean?
I mean, he said very clearly to Erois to leave them alone. Yes?
Yeah, and that's something I'm not real cool about, but we'll look into that. I will shed light on
we
all
want
things.
an alliance.
All right. Erois, I need to roll a D20.
Not 120.
D20.
10.
A 10.
That's hilarious. Leon and Pope in the same.
Slap dab in the middle.
All right. And then I gotta look at a map real quick. So just give me a quick second.
Where's my map?
Okay. So, in the back of your mind, you feel this strong pull of this leader of, and I'll just show the map. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Hopefully that'll pop up for you soon. Of Fayele, if that's how it's pronounced. Fayele. The leader of Fayele is in a temple of yours, and he is requesting your aid and your guidance, seeing that there has been these ramshackled fleets from Asphodel across the bay of Miletus that has been attacking his coastline, and he is sorry, and Amy, I'm getting a bad echo.
Uh-oh.
Door shut.
Mute yourself. Thank you. That's all. Sorry. So he's asking for your guidance in how he can achieve the most righteous victory to destroy these returned from Asphodel.
From Miletus? Or
No, he is from the small city of Fayele, which is part of the Miletan empire, you might say.
so there are returned coming to destroy.
Yes, from Asphodel across the bay, and he is asking for your guidance on how he can achieve victory over these evil returned. Any suggestions?
Yeesh. I am going to. Ah, gosh, I don't know what to do. I think I will.
Do you have your example response things up?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
How many? How big is this army of returned that's coming? Does it look like hundreds, or does it look like 10?
So in his praying, it seems to be a constant stream of dozens to no more than 150, but they're like these bands that go and attack the coastline and these unprotected settlements along the coast.
Okay. Okay, so I am actually gonna ask Thassa to help me.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go over to her and say, I have a group of worshippers that are in need of help. They're being invaded by some returned, which are basically like undead humans who have lost kind of their soul, I guess. And they're attacking these people through the sea. Is there any way you can maybe create a tempest and destroy these ships before they destroy these people?
Yes, I can do that.
I would really appreciate that. I would really, yeah, I will owe you a favor if you need me for anything. If you can protect these people and my temple that's down there. So I kind of talk to her, and then I'll appear in front of this. I'll talk through the temple like a statue.
Okay.
And say, you have my protection. Just
I love
wait
doing that.
and look out to the sea.
And he seems thankful, relieved almost, but not ecstatic. And so he says, thank you. I am glad to hear that will not be happening again or anytime soon, I guess. I very much appreciate your time. All right.
So what I'm
bye.
gonna do is put this out. I'm gonna actually, I have the ability to actually create a thunderbolt. I'm just gonna create a quick thunderbolt and say, do not what's it? What's the word?
Seek the treasure.
Question my authority.
Yeah, do
Question
not
my authority.
underestimate my power.
And he says, "Oh, that was not my intent to underestimate your power. No, I was just. I mean, it's maybe miscommunication. I mean, I came here looking for advice on how to kill them, so maybe I could get more, gravitas in my own city. But I get it. You killed them. That's good. Thank you. The people will be very happy. I will let them know that this was done by you. Cool. I just won't take credit because I did nothing, even though I wanted to.
Oh,
All right, but
No.
you go be a god.
I'm gonna say to him, you are gonna get credit because it was your prayers and your cry out to us that has brought you victory.
Doesn't make his dick feel long and hard, but
Yeah, exactly.
Without your prayers.
Yeah, I rolled for him, and he's like, no, I cannot take credit for what a god has done. All right, well, thanks.
Okay. I disappear.
Yeah, and he walks away.
Poor Aroas.
I tried.
I don't know why you're trying to protect these mortals. They suck.
Because they prayed at the temple, and the temple is a very divine place where they can seek our help.
All right, well, Aroas, anything else you want to do on your turn?
Ay. I'll just mumble Mogus.
Okay. All right. So next one, we're getting the good guys at the first half of this night. So Afera.
Yes. I go over and I say, Thassa, darling, come walk with me. Or fly, hover, whatever we do.
Move in some way.
Swim.
Swim with me. Swim through space. Oh, I like it.
Swim through, we're like,
Me.
say, tell me, darling, I heard that you were with Karanos at that ship when Aroas appeared. Tell me
Yes.
what happened. What is your perspective?
I created a tempest.
Yes. Did you mean to entrap them?
I'm sorry?
Did you mean to entrap them?
I meant to help Aroas to destroy the.
Returned.
So here, hold on a quick second. So only you can hear me. So what happened is that the champions were like going along, and Aroas appeared before them and said, "Hey guys, like you have information that no one else in the world knows, so like I want to protect you." And then Thassa and Aroas appeared and were like, Thassa and not Aroas, Thassa and Karanos appeared and said, "Aroas, you need to get the F out of here. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Get out." Which was this big thing, and usually don't appear like that kind of consternation in front of champions. In terms of your role, it was really just in support of Karanos, and that you created the waves and whatnot to kind of scare the mortals a bit. Does that make sense?
I created the waves to scare the mortals.
Yeah, and really it was Karanos's plan to interrupt. Aroas, and might be like, Aroas should mind his own damn business kind of a thing.
So just tell her that Aroas should mind his own damn business.
Yeah, and that you were there trying to make sure that he didn't put his foot where it shouldn't go or speak to people that he shouldn't speak to.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to bring them back in. All right, sorry about that.
Sorry,
Exposition dump time.
Yeah, exactly.
I was basically trying to tell Aroas to not get involved when he shouldn't get involved.
Yes. What do you have up your sleeve for that? Why should they not get involved?
He needs to mind his own damn business.
I mean, I'll give you that. So you have.
Everybody.
Do you know what Karanos has up his sleeve? Are you working with Karanos?
She doesn't know who that is.
That's my baby.
The god of the storm.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, he's the god of storms.
Oh.
I don't have any definite plans with any.
There's a lot of arrows pointing at it.
So,
That's right.
so Thassa said that she didn't have any plans in particular.
Okay.
Tracks for a neutral god.
Would you like to come and have a chat with me with Karanos, or do you have other things you need to do?
I can have a chat with you and Karanos.
Great. Fantastic. Let's go down here. Karanos! How are you doing, Karanos? It's been a little while.
It has been some time, Storm, or City God. How are
Yeah.
you, sister?
I am well. How are you, brother?
I am well. Yes, today is a good day.
I have heard
Right.
many different perspectives of things going on, and I would love to hear your take on it.
Good day for pie.
What
These champions who are going about and figuring things out that perhaps they should not meddle in, but they do seem very brave. What are your thoughts, Karanos? Yes.
Why do you, siblings of mine, always meddle in things that you do not understand?
Well, that's why I'm here talking to you, brother.
Athera.
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Know this. I have selected, me and Thassa, I should say, have selected
I just look at Thassa.
2 champions that worship you. That is not by mistake. But that I cannot tell you anymore at this time. Please
Okay,
be
well,
patient.
I have noticed that they do, which is a big reason I came to talk to you. Iroas and Heliod have other ideas, and they are trying to get others to go along with their ideas.
They are stupid fools.
I am rather fond of Heliod. Thank you very much.
Heliod can stick his lightning and shove it up his ass. I hold the true lightning.
And yet you are not sharing what you hint at knowing.
There is knowledge that even the gods are not prepared to know.
Do you know it?
I do not. and neither does Thassa. And that is what we are trying to identify what the hell is going on in this universe before people start getting all freaked out and worked up about it.
Now, why wouldn't you go to someone who's all about knowledge? Why are you and Thassa working in a bubble, if you will?
Yeah.
You are... Forgive me, sister, but you tend to be a bit myopic. Whereas the sea covers nearly all. And she has a certain perspective on things, and me... Well, I can go anywhere and see nearly everything.
Yes, I do like to stay to my cities, although I would love it if those cities expanded to the wide breadth, as wide as the oceans.
The goddess of urban sprawl.
Yeah.
Urban sprawl, more houses, less roads. No.
I'm starting to think that Affair is evil. Thassa, did you want to jump in?
I'm very skeptical about putting so much faith in the mortals.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I think that we can help guide them to find knowledge and to continue finding knowledge that will benefit us all.
We need champions on Theros that are stronger than any others. I fear what we are about to face is beyond our control, and we need as many mortal allies as we can get.
Why not try to get more allies in the god realm?
Because these gods are idiots.
Dude.
Dude,
Not cool.
We're not.
Not cool, bro.
Not cool. I heard that, bro.
Oh, Karanos and Thassa, you are so chaotic, and perhaps if you embraced the, how should I say it, the more victorious gods, perhaps we could all come together as a group, but I do not think that that is in your nature. I will reserve my judgment for now and see how this plays out a bit before I align myself.
Thassa, I agree with you. Being level-headed is what we need. And I think that your part will be a large one in the coming struggles. Even though I do not know what that is yet. But just be prepared.
I will be prepared. Thank you, brother, for talking to me.
I'm prepared.
Thank you, Thassa. I can always rely on you. Athera, roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
A 9. All right. Let's see. I have to find something. This is actually roll another one because this is similar to what Mogus got as well.
Telling you, Dr. Philip.
An 18.
This week on Dr. Philippus.
That's how we're going to solve all the problems.
Dr. Philippus got syphilis.
Finally.
About damn
So
time.
he's got to go see Asclepius.
Ironic that he's a virgin. We just kind of, like, put that on.
So, Farah, while you're talking, in the back of your mind, you get this pull from one of your temples that is half built in the city of, in the polis. Oh, I clicked the wrong map. Hold on, give me a quick
The
second.
one in the deck red. Oh, wait, no, that's to me.
Let's see. In the city of Oxus, which is near Miletus, and this commoner, she is in your temple. Her name is Alika, and she is trying to build your temple. and she's talking to herself. And let's see, you rolled a what now? An 18? Okay.
Mhm.
And she is so tired of the work that she has put through that under her breath, it's within your temple, so it's amplified in your head. And she says, stupid Aphera god, I wish she would just... If she would just give me the strength to lift these damn slabs of marble, then I could get done with a stupid job. What do you do?
I sit here, I'm like, well, it's working on the temple, but she is damn indignant. So I am going to make the marble slab appear to be lighter. And actually, I will make it a little bit lighter, but then once she has it lifted up higher, it's going to get very heavy.
Okay, so she lifts it up and it's like styrofoam. She's like, and she's carrying it over her head.
Maybe not over her head. It's when I don't want it to kill her necessarily, but I want it to shock her.
Okay, so she lifts it up and she's like, oh, by the gods. Oh gosh. Perhaps she heard me. And she kind of let me actually roll for what her reaction is real quick. Yeah, she's pretty dumb. She's like, this is awesome. And then she goes and kind of stacks it on top of the next column and continues out about her business.
Oh, even though it got super heavy?
Well, when did it get heavy?
So she lifts it up. It's like super light, but before she can put it over her head, it just gets incredibly, like, way too heavy for her to lift.
Okay, and so she's like, and then it's so heavy that she drops it real quick and it breaks a little bit. And she's like, oh, that was weird.
And now they're all a little bit heavier, but she can still lift them up.
Okay. So it will, yeah, she continues on with her labors, not terribly happy. Farike.
I've lifted those blocks.
Oh, I think Perforos is next.
Oh, did I skip? What? No.
Me?
No, it's...
Oh, no, it is. I just have it in the wrong order. Perforos, you are next.
Oh, shit.
You're out in your shit, building stuff in your forge.
I'm making those special gate. I was going to approach Phoenix.
So you go and talk to Phoenix?
Or you know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to send a messenger to Phoenix while I'm working on it.
Okay.
To come and visit me, because I don't go to places. People come to me.
You're kind of...
I'm going to send a ethereal messenger to Phoenix.
So Phoenix, you get this little cherub thing that is almost mechanical, and it comes to you and says, Your lordship, there's a message for you. Here it is, and it kind of unrolls in a very mechanical type of thing.
Yeah.
And it says, what does it say, Perforos?
Yeah, what does it
It
say?
probably shoots confetti out. You've been invited.
And Phoenix takes it and like, well, that's cool, I guess.
May I tell him that you will be in his forge momentarily?
Was that the message?
I think the message is I have an offer, or I have an item of interest.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix is definitely interested.
Sweet.
All right.
And journeys to the forge.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'll be working on this big magical gate. Phoenix.
Well, hello there, my friend. How are you in this delightful forge today?
I know better than to call you a friend.
Oh, so you know that
I
you're my favorite of all the gods.
I know that's not true.
Oh, when have I ever told a lie?
Ooh. That's the kind of question I couldn't even begin to answer.
How long have you got, one might ask?
Do you know what I'm working on right now? and I will stand aside to show this wrought gate. Do you understand what this might be?
Something for your garden, perhaps?
In a manner of speaking, I was approached by our friend who is not usually present. Gosh, I can't remember his name, and I can't scroll down to see it.
His name is
Erebos.
Erebos.
Erebos. Yep.
Erebos. It doesn't have a name. Damn it! I was approached by Erebos to create.
Oh, my favorite!
Create a impenetrable guard against returning to the mortal realm. Now, I don't know why anyone would want to do such a ridiculous thing, clearly.
I mean, we all have to keep ourselves occupied, but yes, I suppose.
And I will lift my hammer up slightly and say something like, it may just happen that I might make it incorrectly in a certain way, in a certain precise way that might not allow this to be completely impenetrable.
Well, that is interesting. I have two questions.
That would be a very, very sore spot on my reputation, and such a thing would be, well, it would be invaluable to me for no one to know such a thing.
And which leads me to my first question. What would an expert forge person do? What would they want for this very interesting mark on their reputation?
I would be certainly so much debt if someone were to not share such a ridiculous piece of information. I would offer a remarkable favor, perhaps.
Well, I understand. This is... I actually don't understand. What's in it for you to make this fault in your delightful gate?
I'm interested in keeping things interesting.
Me too! It gets so boring here in Nyx, doesn't it? It's excruciating.
I think it's actually quite entertaining.
Oh, well, perhaps you're going to better parties than I am.
I mostly just enjoy watching them squabble from over here in my forge. You know, I never seem to make any objects that make their lives easier, only more complicated.
Oh my God, it's Steve Jobs.
It's the nature of technology, my friend.
I've invented this metal turtleneck made of pure brass.
Oh, it really chafes the nipples, doesn't it?
Oh, horribly.
Horribly. Turns them all green.
Chafes them right off.
Oh. Ouch.
I would say that perhaps a remarkable favor using such a delightful skill. Something I'm always amazed at your ability to twist people around your finger.
Oh, it's so fun.
And I think
people are easily manipulated, don't you think?
There's a lot going on right now, and I'm wondering where to make my play. I'm actually waiting for someone to try and make a good offer. But if it's not the right offer, I would ask your help in flipping the tables somewhat. I can't say much more than that at this point, but I would love to have your support if something were to happen to cause a little bit of chaos, a little bit of interest.
Delicious. I would have to say, my friend, I am interested in such an alliance. It is interesting to see all the various soap opera-esque shenanigans that go on, and we're all at such cross purposes. Oh, yes, it can be interesting. I would also suggest, or perhaps would love to pick your very, very logical engineering brain. You are making a gate for Erebos. As you know, I hold him in the utmost regard.
Oh, of course.
Of course. I just wish to give him more experience. And I think, what if he were to become one of the undead? Wouldn't it be delightful? Can you think of a way that we can use your gate to somehow get him out of his cozy little underworld?
Oh, I think I could probably find a way to put the gate in backwards.
Oh, that would be glorious, wouldn't it? Oh, if we just put the hinges on the other side.
That might take a little work.
It might take a little work.
Let me just adjust my, and I accidentally drop my hammer, and it knocks a small, indescribably unnoticeable hole in the gate. Oops!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, you didn't see that.
I didn't see anything. I might have heard just a little drop of some metal against, I don't know, I guess the sky, since that's where we are. And I must have imagined it.
Of course. Well, that's enough talking for one day. Get out of my house.
This is ample for me as well. I gladly take my leave of you. Goodbye.
Go away.
I just imagine the scene in Ghostbusters when all the ghosts are released.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly, this might be a little bit. We'll see.
That's exactly what it is.
All right. Perforos, roll a d20.
What chain of events did you just start?
Yeah,
Oh, man,
that's going to be a whole new campaign.
The Marshmallow Man. I want to see that in this campaign.
That one.
7.
Yeah.
All right. Let me hold on. Give me a quick second.
No, I know.
I gotta look up something real quick.
7 is one more than 6.
Yeah, no. I just gotta think of.
One fewer than 8.
What?
Okay, so there is a mortal who is, again, in your temple, a commoner, and he is angry at you. He is, in fact, like almost not as bad as the one girl who was talking under her breath, but it is close to blasphemy, where he is blaming you for what he thought was a bout of divine inspiration on an idea he had of clearing some fields and how to do that in an efficient manner. And he was so gung-ho just a few short weeks ago, and now it seems like his plans have fallen apart, and he doesn't have the inspiration, the knowledge to fix it. And he is blaming you for this.
Okay. And he's in my temple?
Yeah, so he can speak to you directly.
Not for long, he's not.
It's gonna be with Erebos before you know it.
Do I want to even acknowledge this person's presence before I smite? Let's see. I'm going to... can I go as a third party? Maybe have a third party ask them what they're...
Yeah.
Like an oracle or a priest intervene on my behalf?
Yeah, so you can have an oracle. You can tell an oracle to, like, figure this shit out.
Do it Arachne style. He'll just show up and as an old man or something.
That's what I was kind of wondering. I did that last time, though.
Sure.
When I really screwed up that that poor float artist. Oh, Fiona. I'm going to. I'm going to cause a fit of divine inspiration. Can I cast spells?
You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want. I'm going to inspire a group of hooligans
Okay.
that this guy has invented something amazing, and they should steal it and murder him and leave him dead
Okay.
in a ditch
The Edisons.
as soon as he leaves the temple. Like, again, I want a gang of guys to come and beat him up and steal his stuff and take his idea and make it better.
Again, as Jason said, that's just Thomas Edison. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Thomas Edison.
This is Nicholas Tesla or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla, your shit didn't work. Guess what? You suck.
Yeah, and so what happens to this guy? His name was Eris, and he steps out of the temple curmudgeonly, kind of pissed off, and he leaves, and instantly he has like an axe in his hand that's kind of whittled and worn down, and that's why he's so pissed off. This axe didn't do quite what he wanted to, and this group of like 16-year-olds come up and Julius Caesar his ass and just stab him repeatedly. And they're like so excited to they're going through his clothes trying to find something. All they find is his axe, and then they just end up just like throwing it into his body and walking away.
Oh no, I clockworked orange.
Yeah.
Singing in the rain, I'm singing in the rain.
Wasn't that improvisational?
Yes, it was.
That's
It was
great.
the only song he knew.
Nice. All right, Farika, it's your turn.
All right, so Farika has actually been pretty busy. So a quick recap. Last time, Farika went to Karamitra and made an offer. If you will pass on the secrets from Krufix, I will protect your harvest from blights.
Hold on a quick second. Sorry. If you need anything from me in the next 3 minutes, just
I think I should be good.
Okay.
Karamitra took that as a threat and decided to create this coalition of goody goods to gang up on Farika. So that is the history of this alliance making.
Goody good gods.
Yeah. Farika, of course, has taken this with great offense. Of course, I said I don't need Andy, and immediately I do. So the troops of Erois have just achieved a great victory at a place called Fort Sandmouth over the troops of Mogus. What they don't realize is that Erois taking sides against Farika has really pissed Farika off. And so it is her intention to spread disease throughout the camp of the soldiers of Erois.
Oh
This
no!
story was made.
Punishment for deciding to gang up on me because she was trying to get information and it was perceived as a threat.
Don't get it by me. Sorry.
So that is what Farika has been up to. These
You're gonna poison my people?
it's just sicken them.
What's the illness like? Is it like dysentery or?
Well, first, like it feels like you've got a little bit of a flu, and then you lose your sense of taste and
Oh
smell.
God.
Oh god!
Oh God.
Oh my goodness!
I've heard that sunlight can maybe cure that.
Yeah. If you butt chug some bleach, clears it right up. You never are sick ever again.
That's like my daily constitution.
Run out of toilet
today.
paper?
What?
Do they run out of toilet paper?
No, they hoarded it.
There's a shortage.
They stole it from Mogus's ample supply.
Yeah, Mogus has been
Do I know you're doing
this?
this? Do you look at me and kind of poke your finger like I'm not touching, I'm touching, and then you kind of do it?
I would say she's been doing it more on the sly because she went to Karamitra and it was like, hey, you're gonna want these harvests to go well. I am the god of affliction. I can make sure that your crops don't get blighted just whenever Krufix passes on information. How at you, girl? And Parametra's response was, let me get Erois and Heliod and start trying to gang up on Farika. So Farika has noted that. And Andy, I was saying that Farika, because of the alliance against her, is spreading disease among the troops that had victory at Fort Sandmouth.
Okay.
He's putting a plague down there.
This is because you have all those notes. You know all the names.
Yeah.
And that plague is ravaging the
Oh, no.
Acroans, and they are being decimated by this plague.
So yeah, I would say she's probably, got her agents and champions down there taking very careful notes on what this disease is doing to everyone.
Yeah, and so what it's doing actually
Couch
is
here.
when they acquire it, at first they get a slight fever, and then they get an acute bout of extreme dry mouth, and that in your view it was almost poetic that this like sand mouth, and what happens is their tongue dries out and swells to the point that it prevents them from eating, and they actually eventually starve to death.
Jesus.
What?
I mean,
My poor
Iliad, that's
people.
crazy.
That's inside my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you don't
Not
form
interesting.
a
Can't eat.
posse against the god of affliction.
Well, can Kamitra do anything? She's the god of life and nature. Can she create like medicine to heal them?
Oh my dear, you've got the wrong god for medicine.
Farika is the god of medicine.
Oh, you are.
Uh-huh.
No.
That just doesn't seem
It's her
fair.
Helix.
Huh.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta.
So as I hear Erois bemoaning that, I'm going to slither my way up to him.
Why have you done this?
Oh, Erois, my dear, I have done this because you have decided to take sides against me. Your friend Paramitra, I tried to offer her protection for her harvest in exchange for information. And instead, she comes running to you and that good sunny boy.
But this does not have any honor. You have no honor in this type of victory.
I am not interested in honor, my friend.
Ugh.
I have never let a set of morals prevent me from doing what is right.
That makes
Humans, mortals, are merely tools for information and study. I am learning so much from your troops, Theros. If you wish for me to stop this, you will share with me any information that Krufix brings to you.
Krufix.
Krufix
Oh, Krufix and I haven't been talking much.
He's one that first kind of gave you the heads up that these other, these
That's right.
these champions broke the divine barrier around the Island of Wishes. And Krufix is again the god of horizons and boundaries.
He's Rexenor's god.
Okay. And you want to know what he has informed me.
Yes.
Why don't you ask him yourself?
We are not close. We are both in the game of secrets. And he likes to keep his own counsel.
Best way to keep a secret.
Okay.
Think on it, my friend. And if perhaps you decide to share any information you learn, then perhaps I will come up with a cure from my helix.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And she slithers her way back to her side of Nyx.
All right, roll a d10.
9,
Okay, didn't we already get a 9? Let me see.
probably.
Yeah. Me re-roll. My
yeah,
ninth
yeah.
roll
Go
was-
ahead and re-roll.
About a 4.
Do a d20 this time.
All right. 18, which we already got too.
No, she got 19. Oh, she did get 18.
16.
Okay, that's a good one. Let me look up something real quick. Farike. All right. And then... Okay. So as you slither back to your side of Nyx, there is a Medusa that is a Nyxborn that is beholden to you by the name of Alexia. And she comes up to you and she says,
Frike, I chafe in Nyx. Please, send me back. Send me to Theros.
Let me see here. 3.
Who's asking that?
a Medusa by the name of Alexia.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think you have served your time here. Go down, gather secrets, and make sure you pray them back to me, Alexia.
Where should I go? Should I go to Akros?
Yes, I think this is a good place to start.
Yes, I will go down to the Akroan areas, and I will get information from you, and I will give it back to you. And if I can I kill anybody?
Yes,
I will poison for you as well.
yes.
Thank you, O wise Farike.
Go well, Alexia.
Yes.
Alexia, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. All right, so you do that. Next up, Phoenix.
Yes, so help me understand. Phoenix would like to communicate with some returned who are devoted to him.
Okay. Hold on real quick.
I would like to send them on a quest.
Can we?
Okay.
I will make you some headbands of intellect if they're that dumb again.
Oh, they're so. The problem is they weren't dumb when they were alive, but they have to give up their memories to get out of the underworld, and they forget how to even wipe their own behinds. It's terrible.
You undead agent?
So, again, if we kind of go to the main map here, Asphodel is on the southern part of the continent, and that is where right there. That's the main stronghold for Phoenix. And
Okay.
there's the Order of Phaios, Phaios, and they are a group of mages that defend the city with magic. And they would be the people that would be able to do your bidding.
Okay,
They're the most senior returned.
but they are devoted to me to the
Yes.
extent that any of them really are.
As much as they can remember.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to appear to them in my rat form, but also with the mask, because the mask is always on all of my forms, which I think is hilarious. And I want to speak to them and put them on a quest to find the odals of... Hold on.
The Kwisatz Haderach.
The Kwisatz Haderach. Fear. I will tell them fear is the mind killer.
Ugh.
No, I want them to find the obols of Athreos, which are the 8 coins that Athreos needs to find and possess before they can be free of their burden and their job.
Okay.
Okay, can I do that or can I
Yeah,
not?
oh
do
no,
that?
absolutely. So a group of them, so they certainly they huddle together. There's about a dozen of them. And they all huddle together, and they're intelligent. Just like if you remember, or you weren't there, but Mikos, which is who the champions met. Like they're not dumb. Some of them are incredibly dumb, but these ones they're despondent. Is a good way to put it. But they're to some regard intelligent, maybe lost. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they look at you and they say,
We did go to Naropa.
yeah. So they're all studying transcendental meditation. It's fine. But, I'm joking.
All good. All good.
No, that wasn't. No,
No,
he just spilled his beer.
Again, this is like,
Tragedy, but not as much as our graduate degree. So
you guys need cup holders because this is the second time. Last time was kombucha, right?
he needs a cup holder.
Yeah.
You spilt your booch.
A sippy cup.
Whose birthday is next?
Oh, I'm gonna get you a sippy cup for your beers.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you an office chair with like a cup holder built in.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Anyway, so
Anywho, yeah. Okay, so they're despondent. They're
and so they go around and
writing.
and they say that they will make sure that this happens. That they will make this a thing that Asphodel strives to do.
I don't really want to offer anything to them, but can I kind of be like, do you need anything for your, like, I don't want them to just motivated people. I want to motivate them. How can I motivate them?
And they look at you and they don't quite understand what that means.
What that means.
And they just, one of them does speak up and says, if you know where our souls lie, we would be eternally grateful to you.
I know exactly where they are. Whether I can get them back, I don't know, but I will try.
So what you do know is that when return, their souls are rendered from their body, and their souls are like these evil kind of like demogorgon kind of creatures running around the world eating mortals. They're super scary.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's their soul, and then the returned are constantly looking for their soul to reunify with it, however that might work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
Would Phoenix have any kind of insight into where each soul for the returned is, or is it just kind of, I mean, frankly, the character I can't imagine cares, right?
Right. I think Phoenix could figure it out with enough time. If you have the motivation to do that, I think you could probably just make some shit up and they'd believe you.
Okay. I do want to make some shit up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. I understand, for I was a returned as well, of course, as you know, but there is hope. Your soul can be returned to you for just 5 easy payments of $19.95.
Of 8 coins.
Of 8 coins.
Plus shipping and handling.
Plus shipping and handling. Some exclusions apply.
And they say, this will be done.
Excellent. This is wonderful. I will start working on those souls. I'm going to say insincerely to them, whether they believe me or not doesn't matter. I do kind of want to find their souls. How can I go about, what can I do or roll to like kind of track down their souls?
Roll a d20.
Okay. This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A 5.
Google search.
You begin looking kind of within Asphodel itself where you are. You don't really see any. Next time we play, I will have you roll probably a few more, depending on how long that takes, and then see if you find any.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Someone write that down, because
I'm putting roll for souls.
roll for souls.
Roll for soul. Roll for your soul.
Gotta get the troll soul.
All right.
Yep.
If you want to get into this returns hole.
All right. Do you want to do a random event?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Roll a d20 then. A 15.
Wow. Highest I've rolled.
Okay. So as you're sitting there in Asphodel and these mage type of characters are looking at you, they do say, "Oh, but before you go, we wanted to let you know that there is a new temple in Asphodel to honor the great Phoenix." And they take you through town, and it's like these winding, like bass-ackward streets where some dead end, and they have to turn around and go back, and then find new streets, and they eventually show you this new temple they built, and it's just bullshit. Like, it is just junk that they kind of just threw on top of one another. It's like a large trash heap, and they have carved it out, and we've been in downtown Denver. Yeah.
So it's brutalist.
It's I mean, brutalist.
It's not that ugly.
It's not that ugly. Okay.
Yeah, it's more I mean, it has texture.
Okay.
There's lots of random shit in it, but it's just junk. And they say this is a new temple to the Grand Phoenix.
Did you mean it to look bad?
You tried.
We have searched the lands all around for these cherished
Items, and you see wheels and broken shovels and shit like that. And they're like,
we have searched everywhere for this. Just for this temple.
The goddess of the god of tacky.
Yeah. You couldn't find any tinsel or, I don't know, like rotten food that you could have added.
I mean, the food will just eventually decompose and fall.
Just like you if you don't do my bidding. So,
okay, well,
no. Your heart was in the right place. Just your minds are lost, and I understand that that's a bummer. We'll work on this together once you've accomplished your goal.
I mean, we all think it's pretty neat.
I mean, I appreciate recycling as much as the next god, but yes.
is there anything else you want to do? Except for you, Fred. I don't remember.
It's like a Red Robin Wally here. TGI Fridays. Yeah, Applebee's is the worst. Okay.
True.
Okay, so yes, I appreciate the thought. It was very, very nice of you. This broken shovel here is primo. Yes, very good. I will let you get on with your task, and again, we shall revisit this, and it will be great. Once you have souls, maybe this will make more sense.
Okay. And so as you say that, you do see that they are bringing they're hauling down a major street, like this decrepit sign that says Arby's on it. It's long abandoned, and they're gonna prop it in front of this temple.
Part of me feels deeply offended, and yet part of me, the largest part of me that loves chaos and disorder, is like, this is okay. Eat Arby's. Our souls are empty.
That is okay.
The Arby's are souls are empty.
It's nihilist Arby's is now canonical in Theros.
Yes. Yes.
Oh God.
Once you die, you will no longer have to be burdened with eating Arby's.
Okay. Your soul is definitely not in there. Anyway, okay. So it is now Mogus's turn. And so I will do my best reading chat.
Got the meats.
Yeah, we've got. Oh, Apostle. So you missed that. In this ugly temple, they were dragging down a sign for Arby's and going to prop it up in front of the temple. So, anyway, so Mogus on his turn, he senses weakness upon the Aroan camp. He begins smiling as and raises his hands and beats his chest. Orange runs circles around his heart as it beats louder and louder like war drums, bolstering the last dredges of Minotaurian forces with a great bout of adrenaline, enough to of a near suicidal luck-having counter-attack on Fort Sandmouth.
No! No!
Mogus yells,
My kin, you have witnessed your divine rulers foe send wave after wave of enemies, and yet you still stand. Do not waver, do not cower. Look at them suffer from desecrating my temple. Glory awaits you. Glorious death awaits you. Go on to slaughter.
That's an
And-
impressive reading.
Yeah. Metal as fuck, man.
yeah. And the Minotaurs attack Fort Sandmouth, and there are brutal casualties on both sides. At the end of the day, the Minotaurs are completely wiped out. But I will say that the fighters in Fort Sandmouth are also all but wiped out.
War. What is it good for?
Well-
Gives me absolutely nothing.
Absolutely roleplay.
War never
Yeah,
changes.
Anything you want to do?
Are you talking to Mogus?
No, Aroas, anything?
I get kind of upset, but this battle is over. It's finished. Both sides have suffered. Well, to me, I feel like I suffered a defeat. I don't know if that's how Mogus feels. He probably wouldn't care if his Minotaurs died. But I think what I need to do is I need to create a Nyxborn.
Okay. Another one.
Well, that one
We
was
had a
like
champion.
I didn't create that. That one was like been around for a while.
Yeah.
I haven't created one this campaign.
Do you want to spend some time thinking about it, or do you have something in mind?
I need some time to think about it. I need to kind of conjure something unique and different, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of put my mind to that.
Okay. And Mogus says,
Ooh, that was fun. I'll save their souls for later.
I'm learning a lot about your evilness in the last few weeks, Andy. Just gotta tell you. There's always a little bit of this going on.
there's a lot of the
Steve
hands.
Jobs.
Yeah, that's my angry pose.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, so in the back of Mogus's mind, what happens is as he is directing this onslaught in Fort Sandmouth, a poor commoner by the name of Vagelis, who has been in the underworld's lair of Phalius, which, for you all, Phalius is part of the underworld, is a realm where people who did nothing with their lives spend the rest of eternity. It is a hodgepodge of buildings. People just meander around with no clear purpose, very similar to how their lives were. Their lives were meaningless and menial. So this poor Vigelis, we're talking about Denver again, exactly. This poor Vigelis, who has been toiling away with pointless work. I mean, it's like most of our jobs, right?
Arby's out?
Yeah.
On their jobs.
Did he work at the Arby's that they took the sign from?
Yeah, he works at the Arby's. He's yeah. He's at yeah. Anyway, so he's been sitting there doing this menial work, and he calls upon Mogus for aid, and he says to Mogus, "Mogus, I have seen the error of my ways. Would you please help me? I want to be a champion. I want to fight. I want to make something, even if it is in death. Please help me get away from these wandering souls with no ambition, and take me to Agonas, where I can fight with those. Please take that off my screen. I don't want to see the Arby's sign ever again." And he says,
Leave it up.
just leave it there. And he says, "If you would only but show me the path to Agonis, I will fight, even if I die in this world, for the everlasting darkness of true death." And he pleads that. And Mogus, in his response, Mogus is angered by this abrupt summoning, but says, "Farmer, that have toiled fields of old, bring me the heads of 5 fair maidens, if you wish me to think you so bold. Rip their heads with vengeance so savage. Do with their bodies for the crows to ravage. Line their heads in this here shrine. Cut off a finger and ear of your own to appease the divine. And then, and only then, this request I shall heed. Now go on, do my most wished upon deed." And with that, Vigelis isn't transported to Agonis. He is brought back to Theros, not as a return, but as himself. But the clock is ticking for him to find these 5 maidens and to kill them and bring them back to the underworld. So, as his turn.
Yay!
That was cool.
Talking about
That was
brutalist.
fun, as always, Mogus.
Yeah.
So descriptive.
All right, kind of doing a full circle here. Last but not least, Thassa. What? Anything you want to do with this?
I'm curious to know what happened with the gate that Perforos made.
I'm still making it. I don't know.
Does Thassa know that you are making this gate?
I what's his face? God, I can't remember his name.
Erebos.
Athreos, right? No, Erebos. Erebos approached me while I was talking to other people, so maybe.
I know Perforos and Thassa have a closer relationship than a lot of the other gods too, so she might.
That is true.
Yeah, Thassa. I would certainly invite Thassa to view my latest creation.
It's an Arby's sign.
The,
Beautiful,
view
beautiful.
this. Prepare thyself for the entrance to the underworld.
Neon lights. Thou shalt not escape the underworld.
Arby's. Eat Arby's. No, I will show Thassa I'm proud of all of my creations.
Okay.
What chaos does Phoenix want to occur with this creation?
Oh, I won't. I mean, I would probably keep the Phoenix thing out of knowledge. I wouldn't share that. I don't think. Now, whether I'm going to include the reverse the polarity, spill the underworld out or not, I don't know. I might. I don't know. I think with that, I would probably try and make some kind of trap so that it might suck people in or something.
Like a god.
Maybe.
Do you tell that to Thassa?
Sure. Oh, one sec.
So Thassa, he tells you that he is creating this. Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte.
So he's creating these bars to stop the return from returning, or these souls from returning to the underworld, but that there's a little secret in it that may or may not attract a god and do some things to the said god.
Yes, I think if you enact it correctly, it'll suck a god into the underworld and get you trapped there.
Into the underworld, or suck the god of the underworld to Theros, making them a returned.
Maybe both.
Both.
Okay.
Maybe it's a flip flop.
Is it in the shape of like a green, like tube, where you jump on top of it and
I think it has to be activated by someone like a god on the inside, and it flips the position.
I'm thinking like when you have a shot vac and one shoots the air out and one sucks it in, but you put it on the other end and it shoots it.
I'm not putting a shot vac on the underworld.
Put the shot vac on the underworld.
It's like a underworld sump pump.
Yes.
I mean,
Tessa, I believe I've created a trap inside this door. It shall, if two creatures, in fact, it could be any creatures, even a god. If two creatures of a similar scope touch it, they will be reversed. They will flip their position. It will move someone into the underworld, and it will move someone out.
Oh.
Oh.
I just feel like it's a frightfully interesting thing.
It's quite frightful.
Thank you.
So Thassa, is there any thoughts that you might have around this?
Oh.
Any suggestions?
Oh. I don't know if I have any suggestions, but I'm starting to lean towards Heliod and his plans towards peace. Because this sounds awful.
Thassa's for Perforos's sister, right?
I mean, they're all brothers and sisters, but they kind of have like a thing for one another.
Yeah, Thassa's like the only close one to Perforos.
Yeah, and it's on the side of like, you know, they like he really likes her.
Like me.
Heliod, those insufferable ones. Now, if they just went ahead and led by example, instead of making these wishy-washy promises to help people out, I think I could support him a little more. Heliod and the rest.
Their plans are so chaotic.
They need
a
plan.
Good. Such chaotic change could cause so many problems.
I'm more interested in purposeful chaos. Purposefully making things better. Now, that tends to be in a little erratic manner, but that's the way inspiration works.
And your is?
You don't just sit down to make a masterpiece. It takes time. It takes the right thunderbolt to the brain.
But your masterpiece would be
amazing.
Masterpiece consist of? What does the masterpiece?
Um, consistency is overrated. If you're aiming for the same level each time, you're never going to improve. Always better. Always an improvement. That's why I like the mortals. You see? I think they try hard because they don't have any other choice.
This is true.
So you're thinking that Heliod is worthy of our support.
I'm wavering. There's utter chaos, and then there's utter order. And I tend to be in the middle.
Now, I like the mortals. I think they're fiendishly clever when it comes to it. But also, I don't want it to be too easy for them. Then they won't have the inspiration they need to make things better for themselves.
I see your point.
But I also don't want them to be wiped out, because then that would be very boring.
And we
Anyway. Well, I would actually, Thassa, I think that there might be a third path.
what would that be?
Well, I'm still working out the detail.
I'd be interested to know.
I think we can tread a more graceful path between just giving them everything and, well, hurting them until they have enough pent up anger to make their way in the world, like some do. Mogus.
I like your thoughts, Perforos.
I think that perhaps there's a way we can lead them where they need to be without letting them know.
I'm on board with that.
I thought you might be. Anyway, we should probably pretend that one of these artless oafs know what they're doing and pretend to be supporting them. But I think that ultimately there's a better way.
I agree.
I'm glad you do.
All right. So with that, I'm having a little child meltdown upstairs, and he's losing his effing mind. So, Thassa, I need you to roll a d20. If you remember how to do that.
I do.
A 6. Yes, you do. Let's see what that means. All right, Thassa. What you experience in the back of your mind while you're having this this conversation with Perforos on all the different machinations on the gods and who you should trust and whatnot. There is a Triton temple in a large underground or underwater city that and in the temple, what you see through your eyes made out of coral, gods can see all what happens within their temples, and look through your, the design of you, whatever that might look like, and you can see through those eyes. And this temple is very ornate. It is one of the most grand temples Tritons have made to Thassa, and is all made out of living coral. Essentially, it is an awe-inspiring, beautiful temple, and you are this like anemone-ridden, like coral-infused statue of yourself, and you're looking down, and what you see is a group of Tritons discussing something with themselves, and another group discussing a topic, and these two groups begin to quarrel with each other. And within a matter of minutes, one of them brings out an obsidian blade and charges towards another one, stabbing it right in the chest, killing that Triton on the spot. What do you do?
Let's see. See what I can do here for responses.
You can do anything you want.
It's just a combination.
Yeah, so on your character sheet there is that list of like potential responses, and those were just guidelines you can roll to kind of see what you would like to do, or you can just, you're a god, you can literally do anything
Well,
or nothing.
let me roll.
Okay. And Nick has a good roll table. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I have D6. I do 1 for none. I do 2 and 4 for omen examples. I do 3 and 5 for mixed intervention and 6 for direct intervention.
Yeah, so if you roll a d6, it's a 1. So what was that? Nothing?
That's you remain silent. You have your reasons.
Okay.
You gonna do that?
Sure.
Yeah, so you see
He
this.
had it coming. He had it coming.
There you go. Yeah, the name of this settlement was actually called Chicago.
He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, you'd have seen it.
You'd have done.
Anyway, I love how we all know that song. That's bizarre. Anyway, it's a popular musical, I guess.
One best picture of whatever year it came out.
Yeah, we saw it at the Buell. It was really good.
Really good movie.
It was really good. Anyway, so yeah, you see this murder and you just stand there, or you just remain stoic, almost stone-like, and just let it happen. And they continue to quarrel and eventually move out of your temple, taking the body with them. So yeah, that is how that ends. Does anyone else have any unfinished business that they would really, that's like right at the front of their mind, that they really have to get out their chest before we end tonight?
Hmm.
Don't give me the
Thanks for
opportunity.
the beautiful Arby's sign.
That's beautiful.
I do have to say that I love that Thassa has this beautiful coral Venus type, birth of Venus type thing for her shrine. And I get the Arby's sign. I think it feels really good.
So good. I wouldn't mind talking to Afera, but I don't really have like a burning purpose for it. I just kind of.
That is one of the worst drawings.
One of the worst what?
I want to say something to Afera.
Yeah.
I just want to. Is it a she or he in the?
She.
Okay, she. I just want to say that, Afera, I am there for you to help protect your civilizations and your people prosper.
Theros, I appreciate it, brother. You are victorious and you bring victory to our cities. I think we align well together.
I have won many battles.
Yes. And those battles bring prosperity to at least the winning side city.
And just one more thing. I especially love helping those that are kind of weaker, that don't have the advantage of being great champions. Those that you would least expect win a battle. Those are the people I love to see become victorious.
Ooh, that is an interesting concept. I tend to really pride those who really are leaders and find knowledge and seek it out. I like that thought, though.
It's a good balance between us.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah. Am I in on this as well? I assume.
Yeah, we're kind of like
You're always
like
there.
a trio, right?
I'm everywhere. So, Farah, I was just curious. I saw you walking off with Thassa earlier, and I was just kind of wondering how that went. She seemed a little reluctant to see our side of things, but I was just curious, what you found.
Yes, her and Karanos are... I am not sure what they're up to, but they have different goals. I believe perhaps we are all going toward the same path. It's a different direction. They have concerns, and I do not know where my thoughts lie. I am going to let things play out before making a decision.
I see. Well, there's so much secrecy among the gods, and I just think, we'd all do better to be a little more open with each other. I mean, I really appreciate your support and all this.
He's coming on to you.
What?
Can you call a council eventually?
I was
As the
thinking
leader?
about doing that. Putting a little more order into this chaos.
Calling sick.
I like
Gods don't
The
get
internet's
sick.
not working.
No, I'm on the can. Sorry, I can't.
We
All
don't
that
want to mean
ambrosia
it
was just
anyway.
going,
The can, not the can.
ambrosia just goes right through me. I'll be in here for hours.
I'm gonna be here. It's all that damn Arby's.
Arby's!
Fucking horsey sauce and curly fries. Shit, man.
Try the new Farike Sandmouth.
Speaking of, as you all are discussing, Mogus does find another group of bloodhorn minotaurs and sends them towards Fort Sandmouth, and they attack it yet again.
It's dead.
You get that sandmouth disease, boys.
We need the all-stars to go out and take care of this.
Yeah, and what
Everybody died.
what eventually happens is that it is another grueling, bloody battle, and despite most of the minotaurs dying, Mogus is still like he has a hard-on to reach the moon, and
It probably literally has that. That's disturbing.
the Acroans are killed to the last soldier, completely wiping out Fort Sandmouth. The Minotaurs, the few that are left, are able to light the place on fire before they retreat for safer lands. And so Fort Sandmouth will need to be rebuilt at some point.
I might need help. Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah, leaving Acroas itself open to possible assault.
Acroas is the big
city,
the
Sparta.
big clue. Yikes.
Yeah.
Athera would not like that at all.
Mm-mm. I do not like that. This is the issue.
Well, like
Does
this-
she sense the danger, or does she?
She knows the danger for sure. Acroas isn't a stranger to, death and destruction for sure.
Yeah.
It is a land that is ripe for war.
Athera, it's our time to unite even stronger now. I feel mortal danger for our people.
I agree with this. I think it is time that we as gods put away our petty disagreements and work for a greater good, minus Phoenix. Phoenix is and Mogus. They can go do their own thing. And Nilly,
is kind of
don't even get me started on her.
yeah.
But
And-
besides them, maybe a council of us better gods.
And as you all are solidifying this grand alliance, you hear on the other side of Nick saying, or you hear Mogus screaming, "I won! Finally, that's made my day!"
Oh, we know he's jerking off into a sock or something.
Do a sock if you're lucky.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a pile of Acroan dead soldiers.
yeah.
Oh.
And that is
Mostly
where-
they're socks.
And
Yeah.
that's where we'll stop.
and that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh, so many corpses tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of death.
Oh, no.
I like the idea that our other characters are going to come into the harbor and just see piles and piles of bodies everywhere. Did we leave the gas on? Like, what the hell?
Why did we
You're
leave
not
the
invited.
Bactra Islands? They were so peaceful.
Yeah, there's like divine jizz everywhere.
No.
Gross.
You mean mana? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I think Perforos is gonna have to step in too.
I just love the idea of the people around Akros like trying to ask for help, but because their tongues are all swollen, they can't.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Why did I eat this sandwich? It's horrible.
That's how much harder, man.
So is Fort Sand near there?
Fort Sandmouth. That was Fort Sandmouth. Yep.
Okay.
No more.
Is it on our map?
No.
I don't see it.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
It's not on that map. Andy sent, or I found rather, a better map. I think Andy might have shown us that one.
So Fort Sandmouth is close to Akros.
Yeah.
Near. Okay.
Yeah, it's along the frontier. Generally. There's not really like a distinct location of it, but if I were to say where it is, I think I said it was like generally in this area.
Okay.
Where the purple is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
And that just got decimated and taken
did.
over by Minotaurs.
Yeah, I mean it was a bloody battle. And there's only a few Minotaurs left, but the fort itself has been razed.
It's like there's gonna be some barbecue Minotaur next week time.
Well, you can barbecue them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna lightning them. So what did you think, Tanya?
I really enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me play.
It's
Yeah.
challenging at first, isn't it?
Huh?
It's challenging.
It is.
I think.
The storyline. There's a lot going on.
There is.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, it gets more complicated every week.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's building for something, but who knows now what.
Those who thought Minotaur.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, with that, everyone, I think we will say our adieu. So next time, next Thursday are we playing? There's no book club for Amber?
What is next Thursday? 17th? I think that's okay.
Okay.
Jesus.
Cool. Yeah, 17th of June.
Crazy.
That was session 15.
This is
I'm
session.
still in
I thought
March.
this was 15. This is
This
14.
is
This is 14.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 14. That's what the stream says.
Oh man, I can't wait till Saturday.
That is exciting.
You guys got a good one going?
I'm gonna have to watch the VOD on it because
I will. Okay, so I will record it, and I will
Okay.
have.
How do I watch your stream on Saturday? Do you guys stream it?
Well, if you would like to watch the stream, go to twitch.tv and find.
we slay things, right?
Slay.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I have.
And then we stream on twitch.tv/curved earth.
Oh gosh, how do I find that? Okay.
You can download
I
on
will
your
see
phone
you.
or download the app.
Wherever fine apps are sold.
That's right.
Are you live right now?
We are live. The powers
Oh,
of the
I'm watching
internet.
myself. Oh, that's cool.
Hey, there it is. There's the echo. The delay's not too bad, I guess.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay, I found it.
Cool. Yeah, and so We Slay Things is the Saturday stream.
What time does it start?
8 o'clock, I think.
PM?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to make it. I have guests coming over that day for dinner. So.
That's all right. You can
8
watch
p.m. ish.
I think you can watch it later, right?
Yeah, you can watch it for any time you want after that. If
Very
you want to watch it live, you can go at 8.
But yeah, I've already got a super annoying character voice in mind.
Oh
Me
please!
too.
I want it to be as. It has to be as just over the top as possible. But I will.
All right. Thank you so much, Apostle, and anyone else who is choosing to watch right now. Yeah, great session. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of good role playing. It was good. So yeah, unfortunately, I will not. I'm going to be traveling this weekend, and so me and Amy will not be available to do D&D on Saturday, and so they're going to be doing their own one-off where Thomas is going to be leading it. I think it's going to be a murder mystery, and they all have their characters. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really disappointed that I can't see it. So I think it's going to be an effing blast. So if you can tune in Sundays or Saturday, Saturday 8 p.m. I think it's going to be a one-time, just entertaining block of 2-3 hours. Highly recommend it. Yeah, like a D&D murder mystery. It's going to be freaking fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for role-playing with us. I think you did an amazing job. I think poor Fort Sandmouth, they didn't stand a chance with two gods, like, beating them up. And we will see how that plays out. Man, there's so much going on in this world right now to keep track of. These champions are going to run into all sorts of shit. All right. Well, with that, have a fantastic week. I will see you. I might stream Monday if I can. All right. Have a fantastic time. Auf Wiedersehen.